Welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast. My name is Mason Knight. That over there is Cash Kraus. We are here today reacting to a trailer. And what are we reacting to today, Cash?
Well, it's a period piece.
It is a period piece.
It's a little history. It's not Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars. Nope.
Out of our realm.
Not
so
from a galaxy far, far away.
But we are reviewing The King, a medieval times movie centered around the life of King Henry V, the warrior king. He was some kind of a badass, they say.
That's what they say.
Which when you see Timothée Chalamet, great actor.
Great actor, incredible.
He's not striking fear in the French.
Let's put it let's put it this way. He's no The Rock. No. He's not a big bulky man.
But King Henry, he was that's what he was known for, was he didn't have a very long reign. I'm going to spoil this movie right out of the gate.
Thank you for that. Thank you for this history lesson. Go ahead and let us know.
He was a great king is what I hear, but not a real long reign.
Not a long life, huh?
No.
Okay.
Not a real life.
Very
and I think maybe because we were talking about how Ben Mendelsohn wasn't in the trailer that we saw, but he died when King Henry was V, so maybe we'll only get flashbacks, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah. In like spiritual times with his father, where it was like very like influential, where he's teaching him or some shit.
Force Ghost?
Force Ghost. And the king.
Kill
so
the
ridiculous.
French.
Kill the French.
Do it.
Man, but what a cast. What a cast. Before we jump into this trailer,
yeah.
What a cast. Timothée Chalamet, Robert Pattinson, Ben Mendelsohn, Joel Edgerton. I mean, goodness gracious, the list goes on and on.
It does, and I was worried about it because we were talking about off camera that medieval times movies, sometimes they're half-assed, where they're doing a half fantasy, half not. But this, after watching the trailer, I'm pretty sold on it. It looks beautiful, and it looks well done. That's the biggest thing.
And I believe, and I'm not 100% sure on this, but The Outlaw King, I believe, is a Netflix original film.
I don't think it's a Netflix original. I think they bought the rights
to it. Yeah. So what I'm hoping is they took kind of some notes from that, because I know you haven't seen The Outlaw King yet, but it was really good, man. It was a really good movie.
I haven't seen The Outlaw King, and I love the director of The Outlaw King, who's done a ton of movies, but I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah,
but
if they're anything like The Outlaw King, this should be a good movie.
But again, I'm not a huge. I love history, and I do know somewhat about but I had to take a medievals class in college, and it's just it's such a confusing time.
David Mackenzie was the director.
Yeah, David Mackenzie, and he
did Hell and High Water.
He did Hell and High Water, which is one of my favorite movies of the last decade. But yeah, it's a confusing time because it's just hard to keep track of all these moving pieces. Because in medieval times, everyone's fucking everyone, and everyone's related to everyone.
And everyone's trying to kill
So your wife's your sister, she's also your cousin, but she's also like the king of France's nephew somehow.
How does this work? This is all confusing shit.
So it's a very confusing time, but if you can do it where it's just like a snapshot of a period, just a few like months, which I think this one's gonna be, because it's what it looks like. But yeah, the king, Timothée Chalamet. Doesn't look like much of a king.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you feel a sense of achievement?
In what regard?
In any regard. Do you?
A new chapter of my life has begun. Already I can feel the weight of this crown I wear. I've been forced to rely upon the counsel of men whose loyalty I question every waking moment. I need men around me I can trust. I'm here because you are my friend.
King has no friends. King has only followers and foe. But I will come with you.
All hail, King Henry!
There it was, man. So they showed
Oh, it did show for 1 second. I didn't know something was going on. See, that was good. It looks like
it looks really
it
good.
looks like it's dealing with what it's really would feel like to be a king, with not being able to trust anyone, and especially that was during the 100 Years' War.
Yes.
Just a tough time to be king.
Definitely. I would say
You're really trying to wrap
not
that bow
ideal.
around that war, which really went on for about 120 years.
It went far too long. I'd say about 118 too long. But first and foremost, we got to talk about Robert Pattinson and that beautiful, luscious hair of his.
He's gonna. I hope he's playing a bad French commander, or maybe the king of France, because he looks like he's the Dark Knight.
That
right?
would actually be a lot of fun.
Black
Yes.
armor. I think he's going to be. I think he's the villain. I mean, for sure, that makes it look like he's a villain.
He
but
plays
I hope
the Dauphin of France.
that's the fucking
That's the bad guys then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the bad guys. But I mean,
Well,
I'm sure to
whatever.
France, England was the bad guys. But yeah, we also didn't talk about Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, which that's the biggest role that I've seen her in. That's a huge role for her.
I actually wasn't really that aware that she was.
She's been in a few Kevin Smith things. She's really good friends with Kevin Smith's daughter. I only know that because he talks about that all
Harley
all the time.
Quinn?
Harley Quinn Smith, yeah. And because they starred in a movie, one of his movies that didn't do very well. Moose Jaws, I think it was.
Moose Jaws. I do not. Oh yeah, Moose Jaws, which was announced. Yes.
Yeah, Moose Jaws is coming, but I think they're in.
There's a few others.
Oh no,
She's
they're in Tusk.
Yeah,
Tusk, which
Tusk
is not very good.
Tusk was back in 2014.
Yeah,
she
that
played
was
Girl
not very
Clerk
good.
number 2.
Yeah, and Harley Quinn played Girl Clerk number 1.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
They're doing a Clerks thing. Yeah. You get it, yeah.
But man, this looks fantastic. The acting alone, this cast is so star-studded. It's one of those things. It's kind of like when you see a film with Scorsese and you get all of those guys together.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with this. I mean,
Joel,
look at this cast.
I hope so, man. I hope it is good. It's going straight to Netflix.
It is,
which is never a good sign.
But The Outlaw King, to be fair, did too. That didn't hit theaters, and that turned out to be a great film.
I know, but that was one out of the 300
well, you know what,
films
goddamn it,
Netflix has
Cash,
done.
I am optimistic. Okay,
yeah, you got to look at
I'm very
you got to look at the facts.
I love movies like this. Did you see the runtime for this though?
Oh, it has to be long. It has.
It's 133 minutes.
Yeah,
but that's actually a little shorter than I anticipated.
How long is it?
133, which is 2 hours and 13 minutes.
It's not that long.
No, it's not.
Honestly.
Not for a war movie.
No.
Not compared to like Kingdom of
Not for
Heaven,
a
which was
medieval
3.5 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like
chaos,
Troy, the director's cut.
But yeah, I mean, because this is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of like court scenes.
Yes.
Of him arguing with people in his court and everything. Well, we saw it with the trailer and him with Joel Edgerton. Joel Edgerton is amazing and everything.
Yes.
He's really become like he's not a leading man anymore, where he had that when he was doing Warrior with Tom Hardy and stuff. It really seemed like he was going to break out and become a really A-lister. But now he just does kind of smaller roles, but everything he's in is good.
It's always dramatic and
It's
really
good, yeah.
acting, and he's a great supporting actor.
He is. He was great in Warrior with Tom Hardy, the MMA movie.
That was
they
awesome.
Did.
I
He was
love
great,
that
and he got
movie,
fucking
man.
ripped in that.
He did.
And he looks like
was
he's a badass in this. He's like King Henry's main knight, but man, I don't even think Timothy Chalamet can pick up a sword.
He doesn't look very big. He doesn't look like a real.
He looks like he's 12, to be honest with you.
We'll see how that works out. They might have to give him one of those.
Of course, the Kings really didn't fight that much.
No, they didn't. No. Stood back on their horses.
Yeah, and then after the war and after the battle was over, they'd go down, start stabbing people on the ground, and be like, "All right, I did my part." Yeah. But yeah, this is an interesting time though. Out of all the medieval times, this is probably. I mean, King Henry V. That's who Shakespeare wrote about.
Yes.
So obviously he's a well-known king, but a full-fledged movie.
It'll be fun.
I think so. As long as it's brutal, I want those war scenes to be brutal.
For sure.
Medieval battles had to be just horrible.
They're horrific.
Literally, everyone's dying from bad cuts.
Yes.
Can you imagine a worse?
Well, think about it. We walk around. We're all giant balloons. You poke us, and we just bleed to death.
And you're just getting hacked in the arm, and it's never a hack that kills you.
No,
it's a hack where you just lie on the ground
and you're bleeding out for hours in complete agony.
Yeah,
It's a slow death. It's miserable.
Even though we got the scene of him watching someone get beheaded, even the beheadings were rough. They were not an exact science.
Not a lot of people enjoyed it.
It usually took multiple swings.
There were times where,
and usually the executioner was like more nervous than the guy getting
else,
it.
yeah.
He's like, "Fucking, he can't get
back at the job."
He's chopping the back of the head on accident.
What a strange job to be an executioner.
It is, but
I mean, if you support the king 100% back then, it probably was like, I'm doing my duty.
Oh yeah.
But man, you got to wonder if any of those executioners, even back in the day, suffered from any sort of like PTSD from having. I know it's different times.
Well, they weren't.
And they were used. To
I've
death.
read and listened to some things. They weren't great jobs. They didn't get paid very much, and no one really ever wanted to be it because it was kind of a hassle to be. And you never got paid. But everyone hated the executioner. Like in the court, you're liked and everything. But everyone, like there's one really famous guy who kept a very exact journal of everyone that he killed and executioned. But he lived off like in the middle of nowhere because no one wanted to.
Yeah.
Talk to him. And that's usually why
because
they
I
had to
mean-
wear masks.
Right,
But a
and
lot of times
imagine-
they didn't wear masks.
Imagine petty crimes back in the day where, like, let's say you're
You had to
you're
kill
a
everyone.
son, yeah, and the father stole something to feed you, and then the
Yeah.
executioner executes him
Well,
under the king's
yeah.
orders.
That's just the regular
Makes it
Joe.
rough.
That's just the town's executioner. You want to be the king's executioner. You don't want the guy that's doing petty crimes where you got to cut off a foot or something because the guy ran
That's
too
no one's friend.
fast. Yeah, because there's too many rules. Yeah, it's a tough gig.
It is.
Tough gig for sure, but someone's got to do it.
Right. Nonetheless, we were super excited to review this. We'll
Oh, yeah.
definitely be doing that.
Oh yeah, we'll have a review coming. out for
When is
this.
the release date for this?
That's a good question. Probably not released yet because it's Netflix. They'll probably release it tomorrow, and we don't even
That's
know.
right.
That's
yeah.
how they usually like to do things. But no, I haven't seen.
It will
a
have its
release date.
world premiere at the Venice Film Festival on September 2nd, 2019. But as far as the Netflix release, I have no idea.
No, I have no idea. That's a huge film festival, though, so we'll get actually a good sense of how good the movie's gonna be by the time it comes out.
October 11th.
Because Venice is one of the big three, and when
Yes.
it becomes a movie
Yeah,
festival,
you
so
got Cannes, Sundance, and
yeah, probably Venice.
Venice.
But isn't the Joker coming out?
correct in October.
But isn't the Joker coming out in during the Venice Film Festival? Isn't that one of the ones?
I think that's probably where it's going to premiere at.
Isn't that one where it's up against? That's a tough.
Yeah, it is. But October 11th is when it'll be digital streaming. Before digital streaming on November 1st. Okay, so November 1st is the official release date.
Oh yeah, it says that on the November 1st.
Yep,
November,
there it is.
man, that's a time when everyone's trying to get the. If you think you're gonna win an Oscar, you got to release your film
November,
in November.
December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get your film out in the fucking November because that's when everyone's. That's when you got nothing else to do but gotta go.
Do you think, out of curiosity, do you think this may potentially have any sort of nomination implications in anything?
They don't. Well, I don't know.
I know,
the
because of the whole
nomination
streaming
is
thing.
is in a real. Yeah, I don't know. Even if it's amazing, I don't know if because that's really up for. They don't.
But Mudbound, to be fair, was nominated.
But that was
So-
that was a few years ago though.
Yes,
And since
and
then,
it was for
it's-
soundtrack, I think, primarily.
Yeah.
Was it anything
I
else?
don't know.
No.
Oh,
Or no,
Was it
Mary
for
J.
Be-
Blige
yeah, Mary J. Blige.
was a supporting actress.
Yeah.
She was nominated as well. So
and I
it
think
is-
best original song too. I
Yeah.
think she made a song
she
for
did
it as well.
Yep. That's where the whole not
But that-
soundtrack, but that's what.
But
Best
that was
original
like that was
song.
3 years ago, and since then, a lot have come up with,
That shit
and a
has
lot of
gone
directors have come out and said that they don't want streaming ads. So
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Eventually, they're just gonna have their own streaming award ceremony, which is stupid. You know,
Yeah.
Oscar is the big one. So I think anyone that makes film in any kind of medium should be. If you make a good film, you should be up. Doesn't matter where it comes out.
I totally
or
agree with
anything.
you. I totally agree.
It's only because they don't make money.
Mhm.
That's the only
why,
reason they
yeah.
don't want to, because no one's winning, no one's getting it off. But yeah, it's bullshit. And Timothy Chalamet, you know, he's Oscar fucking gold. Anything he touches,
He's already been nominated. The kid's like 22, and he's been nominated.
Every
already.
film he's been in has
incredible.
been nominated. In
Yeah.
fucking
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird
Yep.
and the Call Me by Your Name
Me
was
by
his
Your
first
Name.
one, which was
Yep.
nominated. So anything this
There's a
guy
bunch of 'em.
touches
Is gold.
is gold.
Yeah.
So let's see if they dare to not nominate Timothy Chalamet. He might come down like the real King
The
Henry.
wrath of King Henry
He might be
V.
taking this one a little
Yeah.
bit. He might bring a sword to the
Method
ceremony.
acting,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta watch out for
Starts
this
taking
guy.
hacks at people. It'd be a scary day. Scary day.
All right, Mason. Well,
All
that's the
right.
King. We're looking
Yep.
forward to it.
Yeah, that is our trailer reaction. If you liked what you saw here, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. What did you think about this trailer? What do you think about this film? Does it have Oscar implications? Do you think it may potentially get nominated? Let us know in the comment section below. We have social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go check those out. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Adios.